Okay, I felt like I needed to stop right here. I have three more here and three more here to bead, put the little beads and things on. But I thought I better stop because I don't want it to be too wide across the chest. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take these beautiful hematite stones, and I know hematite is normally a beautiful gray silvery color, but they are now doing it with coatings on them. So this is kind of a rose gold color. And then I'm going to mix, if I can get it unhooked, I'm going to mix these beautiful blue agate stones, blue, brown, and a rose gold, that mixed with this burnished copper. We'll give it a little bit of a zing to add to these pieces right here. The rose gold will pull in these, and then the burnished copper will tone it down just a little bit, and that is these right here. We'll tone down the shine, and then we'll string them in some kind of pattern, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, before I get too far down the line, I figured I better come in here and tell you what I'm doing here. I get in a zone and I forget to pick up the camera. So anyway, what I decided to do first was, like I always do, and this is just my personal thing. Hang on, let me move my hair out of the way of the microphone so I don't have that sound. Okay, I sorted out my agate beads. I wanted the darker stones in the front, and then I'll go to a medium color and then this faint color, and see, we had this one little oddball guy. There's always one oddball, but hang on to the oddballs because you never know when you might need an oddball for something you're doing later. So I went with the darker stones in the front, then I'll go to the medium and then to these light ones to end it. But I decided that the hematite that I had picked out originally brought in too much light, and I didn't want it to be quite that light and quite that chunky in the middle. I might use that later for something, but so I decided at this juncture that I was going to go with a bead cap. And I've got these little bead caps right here. They're about a 4 millimeter roughly, maybe 5, but they're kind of shaped like a little cone. I'm going to try to get on the side here so you can see. See how they're kind of cone shaped and not rounded and flat like most bead caps. These are kind of a cone shape, and that's exactly what I needed. And I'm bringing in the gold for a reason. Number one, I love to do mixed metals because it just makes the piece of jewelry look so rich, and I just love it. I love texture. So color can add texture. So what I decided to do was, in between each one of these, I've got bead caps, these little tiny ones, flanking each blue piece of agate. It makes the stones fit really close together and snug without being overly tight. And it brings in a new texture and a new color, just a little bit of light there where it's not overbearing, so the stones will show off more. And that was my whole purpose, was to get the stones and the coconut shells to show off. So there's where I'm going. So I've decided also to go ahead and add, where's those other ones? Right there. The extra 3 on each side that I didn't do before. So I'm going to go ahead and bead those with the little 11.0 brown beads. And then I will come down and add them onto each side of my necklace, going into the lighter or medium shade of blue. So that's where I'm going at this juncture. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. See you in a minute. Okay, so I felt like I needed to show you up close exactly what I'm doing here. Remember we put the little piece right there on and adhered it to the coconut shell. Then I counted out on this particular piece, it's got 10 of the little seed beads, the little brown ones. And then obviously we have the big bead here on the top. On the back, I also did 10 of the little seed beads right here. And I put a little flanking bead there so that the seed beads would not go through the shell if the hole was bigger than the bead. So anyway, and it also makes the back look pretty if it gets flipped. It doesn't just look so bland. All right, so what I did is I took about a little 4-inch piece of ultra fine beading wire and I beaded this side, ran it through to the back here, came up on the other side. You can see right there. Came up on the other side and went through the big copper bead on the top. And then I looped it back through and crimped like you would on a normal necklace at the top of a normal necklace. And I crimped it right there with a silver crimping bead instead of a copper because I wanted it to be a little more sparkly. So that is how I did that right there. If you're wondering, you can see the sides. If you're wondering how I did it, that's how I did it. Okay, so I've got each piece going here. And I'm almost done. I've got 1, 2, 3 more to do, and then I'll add them to what I've got going here, and then we'll see where we're going from there. It's exciting. Y'all keep on working on your project. Keep working.